Alright, let's say we get this vampire party started. The playback's doing the thing again where it doesn't show me anything useful. There we go. How much longer is this game? I feel like we're about at the midway point, but I don't know that for sure. Oh, what? This is not my beautiful house. That's my house. Why was I not in it? Does it not auto-save when you walk into a safe house? Ooh. Didn't notice that one before. Not gonna let me in there. Dare I assume?
It's locked.
It is locked. Where's the key go to then? Oh! Alright. John. Be 35 and I'll be long gone if you... Your affectionate father, Aubrey Reed. So that's the father is Aubrey.
Sunday walks in the park.
Ooh. A new side quest has opened itself up here. God damn it. Alright. Find the second part of your father's testament. We gotta do it now. Hey, it's oh boy. Hey, pal. Why do you people fight me? We're on the same side, aren't we? here's some blood. And some rats!
This is despicable.
Rats!
I have this thirst for blood. There has been a fight here. I can see a blood trail. Left by one of the antagonists, perhaps? What a mess. Something terrible happened here. But what?
Refill. Second means of entrance.
You Londoners are no match for me.
Woo! Oh, it's a dungeon! Louise, where are you? Rats!
This is despicable.
Did that box just not have anything in it? This is locked from the other side. Boss time. Yep. Oh! You're a very strong boy. Fergal 2. Ah!
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
He knows the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Got him. What? Oh, god damn it, right. No, stop that. That's not me. I'm not doing that. That's my right trigger acting up again. I'm looking to get in a new controller. God damn it. Box again just has nothing in it. Well, it's still not high enough. The door has been unlocked. Oh! Skulls! Did that not hit either one of them? Oh, the way then. Oh, that unlocks the... so you can turn back around. Lower the thing. Then you can get to the other side. Right? Yeah, there's a staircase. Rats!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can.
I have this thirst for blood.
I have this thirst for rats. I'm coming.
Stupid newborn!
Stop that! Recent diary. Just arrived in London after grueling journey from Manchester. City is sad and spared. I will not be difficult to find a woman willing to escape death here. I cannot wait to start my research. Soon I won't be a virgin anymore. Cool. Pugnacious young woman.
Are you all right, miss?
Who are you? What do you want from me?
My name is Jonathan Reed. I'm a doctor. What happened to you? Why are you here?
I'm Louise Teasdale. I was kidnapped a few weeks ago by a vampire.
I know, I just fought him.
Please, sir, it's no joke.
I know it's not a joke.
Miss Teasdale.
That monster told me my father was dead. That no one was waiting for me outside.
You're safe now. You don't have to worry about the vampire. You should just return home.
Thank you, sir. I hope we'll meet again soon. Because I'd really like you to teach me how to get rid of these creatures.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale.
All right.
And be careful. Until we meet again.
Aluminum part, aluminum shard. Cool. That wasn't the thing I was investigating, was it? Nope, that was a completely different side quest that we stumbled into. Fantastic. Emergent gameplay opportunities. Who was that? Who are you? Where is this? Where am I? Where is this?
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Do you have
May I
any...
look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need.
any weapons parts, perhaps? You do have aluminum parts that I need. Not really much else.
Dr. Reed,
Good evening, Miss.
you know
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome.
It's just your eyes
Maybe a
are
little bit wiser,
bloodshot and
more serious.
horrific.
It suits you well.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Do you need...
Oh, yeah,
I'm just doing my job.
perhaps. But I have always been grateful for your concern, you know.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid.
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason.
Your hands are really
Especially
long.
in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Goodbye for now.
Dr. Reed, I am glad.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy. But I'm a grown-up now.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Oh, I remember him.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Goodbye, Carol.
Oh, I am sorry, I can't help you, sir.
Good evening, Miss Price.
I'm gonna talk to you again.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Huh.
Goodbye.
Dr. Reed,
Good evening, lad.
You got anything else?
Good evening.
My mother...
I need to make you some fatigue medicine. I'm stealing your stuff. I'm not paying for any of this.
I hope you can stay a little longer.
It's locked.
Where is this? Who are you?
Far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange.
Ha-ha!
Alive.
Get it? Because these are the guys that made that game.
But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
All right. Where did the other guy go? Come on. Oh.
careful, Carol. You're wasting good food here.
Yes, Mother.
I said be careful, child.
Oh, Jesus!
I'm sorry, sweetheart. Mummy has been so clumsy again.
No, that's okay. It won't bleed for long.
You're so pale. Are you feeling sick? Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I'm fine. I already saw the doctor last week.
Don't be silly. You must see a doctor. Just don't tell him how clumsy your mummy is, all right? I love you so much, my baby.
I love you too, Mother.
Uh-huh. Well, I think I'm gonna be paying Carolyn a visit here.
To investigate them all.
Let's talk to you first.
May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Hint required.
I'm here on my own, sir. I have no official appointment other than my desire to save lives.
Then we have the same objective, sir. The difference is, to catch my suspects, I use a magnifying glass and handcuffs instead of a microscope.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions.
Yeah.
Especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Jeffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
You're fatigued too. Level 5.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh wait, I forgot to ask him about his investigation.
What are you
I currently have a few missing persons cases. Mr. Tadao Kamura and Miss Louise Teasdale. I'm afraid they may have been abducted by my mysterious maniac.
Tell me about Louise.
I found her already.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished.
Already rescued her.
I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Tell me about Mr. Kimura.
Mr. Kimura is a businessman.
I already rescued him too.
He didn't go home, didn't go to work, didn't go back to his family.
I've already done your job for you.
Mr. Kimura was last seen at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. I followed a possible lead in the West End, but I found nothing.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Let's see if I can find those two dudes that were talking. There is a gigantic blood splotch here. There is a dead man over here. New hideout. Let's get that at least. Let's make our fatigue medication. Everybody's fatigued tonight. Part of town am I in? It's a spot close to Whitechapel. There's another fucking Pridwin dude. Oh, fuck off. Might as well see if I can unlock this door over here. I can. Have fun.
It's locked, all right.
Locked. Didn't really react to me killing your comrades. Mr. Albright.
Do you need...
I'm afraid.
You'll quickly feel better after taking this.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I really appreciate it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
There's that gentleman. You two.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
What kind of question is that? What am I supposed to answer, exactly?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see.
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
Ah,
Good
you!
evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just your name.
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet.
You're healthy.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city as soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I don't know. I was born and raised in London, but I feel like a stranger here recently.
You didn't answer my question, sir. But I don't blame you. Perhaps it's better that way.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Whoa!
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear, too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Plagues and epidemics can be seen as an implacable force, a curse even. But the ferocity of mankind worries me more, for we choose what we do.
Yes. At least nature is not aware of all the suffering she brings to us. At least that's what I am hoping.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life, but you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's...
Hey, that's all their hints. Cool. It's fun. They have the exact same hints. Cool. Dale. Laura. Just that guy and the pillar.
wrong with that?
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a...
I can go the distance.
Goodbye, Mr.
Do you have anything new
Hello
to
again.
say?
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
Yes.
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules?
I know one thing. I do not understand who you are.
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left, and I just can't accept such a conclusion.
Goodbye.
All right. That was an interesting conversation. Oh, Carolyn. I have things which I must discuss with you. They concern your daughter.
Good evening.
You know.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patient.
Seen what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reed? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Huh.
How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
A monster that cuts her fucking daughter.
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait.
I really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy then.
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy, not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be.
Uh,
How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
You're a threat to Carol, and no child should feel unsafe in the presence of their parents.
No, Dr. Reed. You are the threat. You are threatening to separate a mother from her only daughter, from the meaning of her life.
Goodbye.
Carol, you back up here? I need to talk to you. Please? I also need to give you your medicine. I need to give you your medicine before I eat your mom. I'm taking these.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
There's like a side entrance to this place. Nope, that is the sewers. Oh, is she coming back up? Or is that just... No, she's not coming back up. Carol! I need to get your... Carolyn admits she has a thing for her former physician. Come on, Carol. Get back up here. Are you, Carolyn? Are you? Come back up. There we go. Come on over. You're fatigued. You need your medicine.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Good evening, young lady.
My...
Do you need my...
Oh, please.
Don't be shy. It's my duty to take care of you.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She's always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she likes
Yes!
me? That she wants me to be miserable?
Yes!
My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
No, she hasn't!
Your mother claims she cares for you, but you're just a vessel for her disease. I even suspect she doesn't see you as a person, but only as a part of herself.
Stop that.
Also, your dress hasn't loaded in fully.
There's no need for you to return from that stupid war if it's only to make us suffer.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Alright, well, I wasn't gonna eat her, so that really doesn't matter to me. Carolyn!
Good evening.
You know
Carolyn. I'm putting a stop to this. Say goodbye to your mother, Carol. You'll be free soon. Pay no heed to me, Mr. Investigator, Inspector Man. I'm just going down this dark alley with this woman. Nothing will happen to her. Just mind your own business. Delicious, delicious experience points.
Poor me. Oh no, poor me. I'm dying. For real. No one will cry for me now.
Good. Fuck you.
It's locked.
Oh, okay. That's not, though. Oh, it's this door. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, keep that in mind for later then. I got really sidetracked there. Let's see if I can find the second part of my father's testament. Oh boy. It's a dead body. Thick, sturdy blood sample. All right. This is lead sewer. Hey! Find this one, it means you'll probably have shown the first part to your sister Mary, my dear Emmeline. Hoo boy! I think it's a good thing you don't keep it to yourself when you just not reading all that.
I had almost forgotten I applied for a position at Pembroke.
It was so long ago.
Oh, is the Pembroke the next location of the... Yeah, alright. God damn it. On God, I will talk to the Ascalon Club today. It's just I keep tripping over side quests and people to eat. What is the cutting through? Let's go see what Lady Ashbury has for new dialogue. We're in the area, we might as well. Where are you? I should steal your stuff.
It's locked.
Bram Stoker's Dracula to the inspiring Lady Ashbury. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. I'll give it to the game.
Hello again, Jonathan.
Sorry to disturb you again.
Of course, my...
Concerning your investigation,
Yes?
are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days, but the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent, much like her mother.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least better nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
Goodbye.
Okay. The Blood Knight tragedy. That's just detailing the backstory that all the old vampires got axed. Yeah, this way leads me, like, directly to the hospital. I'm gonna have so many levels! So many things to buy when I level up! Oh, is this an eavesdrop opportunity? Looks like one. Or a spot for one, rather. How big is this? Highly doubt it's in the morgue. Here's your mesmerization 6, Swansea.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital. I wonder what your last thought.
Oh, you really cleaned up in here.
Good evening, Miss.
Not well. Eternity.
Mr.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
I suppose I should read the thing just to see what it was alluding to. Second letter. Right. Trying. Alright, it didn't actually say anything. Fonzie, you have any letters from my dad in here? No.
Hello, Jonathan. Back from the city already? How is the situation over there?
tense, to say the least.
I'm sure every obstacle will cede to your relentless determination. In the meantime, can I be of any help?
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
Oh, the legendary founder of the Ascalon Club. I'm afraid I cannot help you with that, Jonathan.
So you do know him?
All the Brotherhood knows about him is highly confidential. He is dangerously intimate with the royal family and Britain's inner circles.
Are you afraid of him? Is he that dangerous?
No, but since most ancient vampires were killed or fled England during the Great Hunt of 1850, he may be the oldest British vampire. A myth in the flesh, so to speak.
Did you know that Lady Ashbury is an artist? And rather a good one?
Well, actually, yes. I attended an exhibition of her paintings before the war. Beautiful landscapes and stunning portraits. I wish I'd purchased one.
Perhaps we could go to her next exhibition, you and I.
What a beautiful idea, Jonathan. Did you know she told me once she had been a model for famous painters? But she never told me which ones.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
A sad story, my dear friend. Tragic, in fact. The Brotherhood was betrayed by some of its most trusted members.
Why was it a tragedy?
Not only did the Guard of Prewen hunt down and kill most ancient vampires of England, they also destroyed or confiscated their possessions. Priceless knowledge was lost in just a few nights.
Tell me about the betrayal.
The founders of the Guard of Prewen stole precious and unique documents and reports from the Brotherhood's library when they left. They used them to identify and locate their next targets.
All right.
I shall
Bye, Edgar. I'm off to look for a letter from my dead dad. This is the thing.
I cannot enter.
That door's locked. This also is not a thing. Hey! Last letter. I chose to hide it in the Pembroke Hospital. Do you remember how disappointed you were and how you were rejected? Never seen you so upset for days. You would not use a word. Was the first time I realized the darkness you had in you, my son. A black stone embedded in your heart, hidden to all, which I sometimes saw in your sister, too. I feared for you both, for I perfectly knew what it meant to feel this gloomy mood, the dark sides of the reeds. Reason why I must go. Now I know I'm condemned. I'm sick, my son. The diagnosis is irrevocable and death will soon come. I refuse to be seen like this by those I love. This is my fault, my decision. You're so far away now. Flirting with blah 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 blah. I get all the necessary to protect you, my family.
Southwark. My departure for France as a promising student. My return as a brilliant surgeon. About to be killed. Transformed.
Is the same. Oh, Jesus Christ, all the way down there? God damn. Getting a fucking full tour of London here with this side quest. You too.
For now, everything seems under control.
What? Just an empty box. Again, this game really needs a fast travel system. Like, am I wrong? Has there been one this entire time and I'm just not paying attention to it? No, you cannot. Yes, yes, Southwark. Oh! An expensive watch and 400 experience points.
It's locked, all right.
Frankly, this side quest didn't really seem worth it. All right. Let's finally go talk to the Ascalon Club. forget which way to go. Text message here. Straight ahead. Okay, here we are. At last.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Excuse me. Huh. Who are you?
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
You don't want to
There's been
talk.
Quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Wait. Is that a back door? God damn it. I really gotta stop. I really gotta take a second before I click on something. Huh? A good dagger? But I have my steak. Ooh! Possibilities.
Good evening.
Gentlemen.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him. Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she's immortal.
Remember, if she breathes, she's a thought.
Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why have you asked me here?
Because the crisis is escalating. Our enemies, the Guard of Priwen, have even launched an open hunt. The only way to calm things down is to put an end to the epidemic.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the east end of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Huh.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Econ as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
For the greater good.
Well, speak, Dr. Reed.
The greater good.
Of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
No!
Yes, I will.
Then, young Econ, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Ugh.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
One of us! One of us! One of us! You're the only one I can actually talk to here.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
Aloysius?
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, And a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I
Oh, hold on. Let me... The playback did the thing again. Where it freezes! Makes me worried that the entire stream is frozen. Reload it just to reassure myself that I'm not just talking to a completely still screen. Alright. It's good. Right? Yes, it is.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
Huh.
What do you know about the Guard of Prewin?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall. Preserving from the infected.
We need a wall, and the God of Pridwin will be the ones to pay for it.
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
But I'm shocked no one took the time to clean
Cool. Oh, Jesus.
We were attacked.
Alright, Lord Redgrave.
Went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You are spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod, all muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed, ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Oh.
You do know I killed him?
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
Ha!
I have met peaceful and wise Scals. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Scals are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
I will put a foot outside and
Ah!
Frewen and their hunt.
New mesmerization level! I can now level 4 mesmerize people. I did find the key to the basement, but I don't know if that's... Oh, it's right there! Goody, goody. Let's see what we can find. Recreational use of blood. Was that all? Was just that little note? Really? Who are my level 4s? I could put Avery out of his misery. Clarence Crossley. I can get into her house, talk to her. Baker. I could get these guys out of the way. Barrett Lewis. Melia. Oh. Pembroke. Damn it. I could finally take care of Rakesh. Put an end to his insanity. And Booth. Throgmorton. Oh, I have so many people to visit! Alright. Let's save eating anybody else in the West End for right now. Let's pay Barrett a visit here. I don't like his face. Not to mention, again, Whitechapel is doomed. There's no saving it at this point. I gotta squeeze as much blood out of it as humanly possible.
Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Well, yes. Did you not suspect that yourself? Let's see. This way. Faster this way. Oh, Barrett. You can wait your turn, Joe.
You never... What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Right then.
Well, let's make sure I have everything I can get out of you. You know, before. Yep. Yeah, the other stuff I can break down, probably.
Fancy you never.
Alright. Let's take care of you. I see this as a victimless crime.
I never had any luck in my life. And now I die alone.
Sucks to be you. Hey, I just got a shit ton of aluminum parts from that. Good. Shit ton of crafting components. Ha! Yeah, Whitechapel's just fucked. that entire district is just gone. There's no saving it. I'm doing it a favor by putting so many people out of their misery. Over cash.
Good evening, Doc. Please show, of course.
You are a charlatan and a fraud. And you have nothing good to sell.
Tomorrow. Good evening.
All right, let's go. Right this way. You're more useful to me as blood. I need power.
So you were the proverbial wolf amongst the sheep, sir. I should have killed you for the sake of many.
Ha! Buddy, you grave rob people. Oh, what is that? Unlike me, when I loot the dead, it's justified because I'm the protagonist of the video game and I need this stuff. Let's hit the docks! I'm about to become so much more powerful. Damn! Level 5, huh? It's slower than my sword, and it takes more stamina to swing, so it's not great, but hey. We're cleaning up the streets, folks! Hey, Wet Boot Boy. I got something to tell you about.
Good evening.
Hello again.
Not you.
Goodbye.
Pleasure, sir.
You.
Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
Nothing. You're healthy. Let's go. I need your power.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts will be running completely.
Where am I? Where's the trail? Where am I taking him? Where's the trail? I'll find somewhere. Hey, there it is. Let's go, Digby.
My sweet queen, who will protect you from yourself? Will you cry?
Booth's axe. Warning leaflet. Ha! Clarence Crosby. All right, that's that paid dividends somewhat. Let's head back to the West End here. It's going this way quicker. Did I even get into the West End this way? Or is this door gonna be locked? Actually, I think I did unlock this door. I did! Faster travel through! As much as I'd love to put Avery out of his misery, I think we should hold off on that one for a little bit. Let's talk to you.
Good evening. Clarence, why have you distributed leaflets about vampires all across the West End?
I have to warn everybody about them. They've killed thousands of people already, unnoticed thanks to the epidemic. We are all in danger here.
Vampires in London? Come on. Who's going to believe that?
Who would ever believe that?
You have to believe me. I know they are real. They're all around us, even as we speak.
Clarence, I'm your friend, so I'm not going to judge you. But think about your wife, your family. You're in pain, and you need help. I can help you.
I don't need a doctor, Jonathan. I need my best friend to trust me.
Damn it!
Tell me what you have discovered about vampires, Clarence.
They've always been here. And if you search for long enough, you realize others know about these devils too. I'm not alone.
Have you shared your research with anybody else?
No. But I've published my leaflets all across the city, hoping that someday someone will realize I'm printing the truth.
What do you mean you're not alone? Who have you met?
The Guard of Prewin. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, Ichabod Throgmorton. Those names always pop up when you dig deep enough.
Have you spoken with any of them?
No. With the quarantine, it's almost impossible to leave the West End. But As a doctor, maybe you could, Johnny.
Are you asking me to help you prove the existence of vampires, Clarence?
Yes, Johnny. Please, gather all the information you can find about vampires and bring it to me. You're the only friend I have left. I need you.
Okay, well, there's a side quest. And there's the document you want.
You wanted me to look for. I think I've gathered all the available occult research about vampires.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. That'll help me separate the myths from the facts.
I'm not sure you can consider this material factual, but it's yours now. What do you intend to do with it?
First, I'm going to show them to Venus. It'll open her eyes and make her understand the importance of my mission.
All right, that was easy. Teeny bit more experience. Let's rest up at Reed Manor here. It's always so thrilling to level up. How much stronger can I get? All right, definitely want to level this up. Need to be 26 for that one, which we're getting there. Have this do more damage. More health, never hurts. Ah, what the hell, we'll get the next level of this one, too. You're required for the next stage. More endurance. Bigger bite. Might as well do more health regeneration from the bite. Let's max out claws. I think that's gonna be all that I can spend right now. Confirm! The following night! And despite that, it's still stable! And despite that, it's still critical. It hasn't gone to hostile yet. Cool. There's still time. Unfortunately, that brings us all the way down to just above serious, huh? It was that vital to the proceedings here, huh? I thought for sure this would have dipped into the hostile section of things, but Hey, cool. What are... Holy shit! Jonathan, how are you gonna hide the fact that you're a vampire now? Look at your eyes, dude! Like, they've gone from bloodshot red to now they're pitch black with red eye color, and they're... Holy crap! He looks like the sim I made of him! He now officially looks like the sim I made of him! Alright! Well, let's see what we got here. Let's do that. I'd rather have better damage. My remarkable pre-win stake. Still not enough. Good dagger. I still haven't used the guns in a while. They just don't seem, like, worth it to me. Let's deconstruct this. The components are more useful to me. This I can just sell. That. There's the stolen goods. Sell that. Rivets. Jonathan's watch I'll keep for sentimental value. Oh yeah, definitely break all these down. Like a junk. All right, we have awoken more powerful than we have ever been before. I think that's a good enough place to stop off for the day. If you liked this, don't forget to like follow me on Twitch and like, comment, subscribe, and etc. and so forth. You know the deal. Follow me on social media.